glad the game got rolling, and I think it was obvious we had a little pregame jitters, probably all of us, and but I was proud of our guys the way they battled and just didn't get it done on our side at the end, and then when they got the leadoff guy, they did, and again maybe a little pressing on my end and our end. But other than that, I was proud of our guys and how they handled themselves, and think maybe we belong, and so that's good to know.
Coach, talk about the performance of Will. He went 9 strings.
I know the home plate umpire, when we took him out, said, "Wow, man, that guy's really good." So it might have surprised a lot of people up here. He doesn't surprise me. Pretty much 90% of the time he steps on there, he's going to give you that kind of a performance. What I love about him, the neat thing today, he had some of his stuff. What I think is awesome is the times I've seen him without his stuff, and the results are the same. The way he battles, he's the ultimate competitor, and somebody that I tell you what, he has been something special for us, and it's why we ran him out there day one, and I might run him out there tomorrow too if his headache goes away. That's a joke, guys.
Will, do you want to talk?
What was working for you today?
I think we were just able to get the outside corner of the plate going. We pounded that early in the game. We were able to expand a little bit and throw both breaking pitches for strikes, and we got some strikeouts with the fastball late because they might have been looking breaking pitch. But we tried to just keep them off balance. They hit some balls hard, so we got to credit the guys in the field. Outfield's been playing really well late in the season, so it's not on me. I've got 7 guys behind me, 1 in front. We're 9 guys, so the outfield's been doing great, and they're a fly ball hitting team, so we were just trying to fill up the zone, get them to pop out.
Will, what did you know of their lineup coming in?
Well, we had heard they're a pretty good hitting team. Statistically, they hit better than us, and I've never been a part of a team that hit better than our guys. So it was a little overwhelming to think about, but we practiced in the same facility yesterday. We kind of scoped them out. I'm sure they were looking at us. We were looking at them. So, it's just another baseball game when it all comes down to it, though. Like Coach Page said, I think we had some jitters to start off, but we were able to overcome it. We just couldn't get one of those late inning hits, and that's just part of it. That's baseball.
How did it feel?
Oh, well, he bunted it, and I kind of lollygagged off the mound, so I was trying to bust it over there to get to first, and he turned around, and I think it didn't hurt as bad because as soon as he let it go, it was right there on my head. I wasn't standing a significant amount distance away from him, so but it wasn't too bad. My head was ringing for a second, but I was going to try to get back up and get the next guy out, but Coach Page went to another guy, and that's how the game works,
Coach, Little John stretching the signal into a double, and I understand you've got some quick ball players, and this late in the game, that was a aggressive baseball play.
With 2 outs, I can live with that. And I don't know if who saw this, he hesitated right in the 4 hole. If you saw that, if he doesn't take a 4-step stutter step, he's safe. Now I'm not knocking him at all. That was but here's what I told him. Hey, we've been playing a little timid all day today. I love what you just did, so I can't be the kind of coach that says, hey, man up, cowboy up, let's go. And then when they do and something like that happens, I yell at them. I won't do that and refuse to. If we're going to make a mistake, we're going to make an aggressive mistake. I made some out there as well. And if without that little stutter step, he's in easy. And it was really close as it was. But with 2 outs, in my opinion, we gotta try to do that. And what I loved about it is Kevin Wall, who's been hot for us and done so many things for us and led off. I think he led off at another part of the game with a base hit. He gets to lead off. Otherwise, you got Kevin, Little John's at first. Kevin gets a hit. Well, Little John's either at second or third. The next guy get out. Now we don't have. So I also think in the order it was the right time to try to push that. And again, I was excited that we didn't back down a little bit timid on that.
I think I counted the
Maybe. You're probably right.
Might you have run more today?
Well, we tried a couple times and didn't get it done. And their pitchers were all a 1-1 and a 1-2 to the plate. Their catcher could throw. He was a 2-0, so I can, I do my little math equation. And so we were going to have to do some hit and runs and rip and runs instead. And then the one play we weren't trying to steal on that play when they were crashing, doing a corners crash. There was a little motion play that we can do, and something slipped up and it wasn't done maybe the way we usually would do it, and that again, anyway, that's one of those I'd like to have back, the team would like to have back, but you don't get them back, so we get to play tomorrow. But yeah, hey, their catcher did a good job. We tried to do a couple hit and runs, a rip and run. We did put on a couple steals, and I think we were thrown out pretty handily. So their pitchers do a great job of holding runners, but also they're quick to the plate and have no trouble locating in doing that.
In your team to get this far, but what did this game, even though it did end up being a loss for you, what did it do for your confidence here? Because every now and then you get to this point, then you wonder sometimes, do I belong here? And by the second inning, you probably should have realized, yeah, we belong here. So what does that do for your confidence going forward?
I would think this. I remember, Mike Tyson when he was just whooping everybody, and finally the guy that ended up beating him, it's funny, he was a big time athlete, a football player, played baseball too, and did some of those things. And I can imagine, that maybe there was doubt, and he goes up there and throws a punch and hits him, and he gets hit back, and all of a sudden you're hey, I'm still standing. That's probably that moment when it's a good moment when you're like, hey, you know what? We belong here. Here we go. And now let's throw some punches, boom, boom, and maybe they'll be our punches. And so I guess that's what I hope my players take that. Here's what I take. I thought we belonged. I've never been, but I thought we belonged. Now, I've heard from others we've belonged. We've beat Illinois Wesleyan twice in 2010 when they won the World Series. Same thing with Salisbury back in the early 2000s. And so, you think it, but then you come up here and what's going to happen. And so to me, I think we take in, hey, we can play. We do belong here. Now let's go. And so hopefully that's going to be our response, and we'll maybe not be as a little timid on defense, and maybe we probably lacked a little aggression swinging. I promise some people here haven't seen us swing yet. We'll come out tomorrow swinging, I have a feeling, and I know 9 hits isn't bad against that pitching, but I wasn't seeing the same ball club. So I think maybe that's the good thing that we're going to take and we're going to talk about when we get done. Would you agree with that, Ed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.